Good evening. Welcome back to St. Peter's Lutheran Church for our Wednesday devotion and song. This evening I'd like to reflect on John chapter 15. Jesus said, "I am the vine, you are the branches. When you're joined with me and I with you, the relation intimate and organic, the harvest is sure to be abundant. Separated, you can't produce a thing. Anyone who separates from me is dead wood, gathered up and thrown on the bonfire. But if you make yourselves at home with me and my words are at home in you, you can be sure that whatever you ask will be listened to and acted upon. This is how my Father shows who he is, when you produce grapes, when you mature as my disciples." Thinking today about how Jesus is the vine and we are the branches. You may not know this, but this concept is actually in our vision statement here at St. Peter's. Each week as worship concludes, we all say together, "Rooted in the love of Christ, we grow in grace and joyfully branch into a broken world." It all starts with our rootedness in the love of Christ. That's where our power comes from. That's where our love comes from. That's where everything originates for us as disciples of Jesus. I'm out here in the front yard of the church, and in the front of this church, there are some massive pin oaks that were planted years back as part of an Eagle Scout project. And these trees have grown and thrived, and they are just huge. Very healthy plants. As I think about how tall these are, how rooted they must be to support all of that, that should reflect our walk with Christ, that no matter what happens, we are rooted. If you look at our church's logo, you'll see that there is a prominent tree on that. And that's a reflection of being rooted in the love of Christ. It's also a reflection of our own history here, that the very first building was an old hickory cabin. And now, of course, we've moved up to brick buildings, but we still remember the history here. This history of being rooted, of being strong, of growing with deep roots. No matter what happens in your life this week, no matter what you're going through today, I want you to know that when we are joined with Christ, he is the vine, we are the branches. When we are rooted in that love, nothing can stop the work of God in our lives. We have nothing to fear. We are disciples of Jesus, rooted in the love of Christ. Amen.